Georgia, in Europe, Georgia.
Oh.
The country, Georgia. So at Connessa Collective, part of our mission is to promote music by composers who are still alive. The great thing about living composers is you can talk to them. You can ask them questions. You can work with them to write new pieces for you to play. It's good to remember that great art is still being created, all the time now, and that we can and should celebrate composers and their art while their artist is still alive. Like, we don't have to wait for them to die to be like, their music was great, like, let's play it now. We can celebrate music by living composers, and all of the composers on this program are alive, except Vaja Azarashvili, this next piece. 1 week from this coming Friday will be the 1-year anniversary of his death. He died last year, and he was one of the most beloved musicians in the history of Georgia, a small but very important Eastern European country. His family, his parents, he had generations of ardent lovers of traditional Georgian folk music in his family. So he wrote this piece, Nocturne, that we're about to play in 2017. And when you hear it, I think you'll hear that, at least if you're a little bit, I don't want to be like ages, but if you're a little bit older, this to me might be nostalgic for you, like to listen to it, and it might remind you of something. And maybe for like the younger kids in the audience, I would love to hear if it reminds you of something too, but nostalgic music normally reminds us of something, and I feel like folk music is that, right? It's very nostalgic. It's the kind of pieces that you always heard, and it reminds you maybe when you were a kid, or reminds you of something that your parents or grandparents used to play or used to sing. This is kind of like that piece, which makes sense because he has such a strong basis in folk music. It's often very lyrical and sounds simple, but it's very rich underneath the surface. So there's dozens of versions of this piece. So you might have heard it before for cello and piano, for 2 violins and piano. Late last night, Toni shared a video of 2 trombones and piano playing this. Yeah. 2 trombones, and we're going to play on 2 piccolos and piano. Everyone loves it. Everyone wants in on this piece. So this is Nocturne by Azarashvili.